What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we've got word of a new approved $600 stimulus check. Also, I'm going to get you caught up on federal level talks of what's happening with the new Build Back Better bill. Joe Manchin and Democrats, are they going to be able to agree on something? And we've got some breaking news as to what's unfolding with Russia and Ukraine as things are intensifying. Take a look, you guys. Russia issues a new threat, says World War III will be nuclear and destructive if we go that route. Now, I'm going to get you caught up on all the details, everything that's unfolding, and an update on talks today, you guys. And this is your breaking news and stimulus update. So we're going to dive right in, get you caught up on the latest. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you appreciate the updates, don't forget, take a quick moment to smash that like button. That simple gesture helps out the channel a ton if you appreciate the content. And also leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, totally free to come join the Ram fam. I'll let you know everything going on. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. And if you got any specific questions for me, best way by far to get a hold of me is to hop onto Instagram, shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. And I got to mention this, please use caution because there's scammers that they take my picture, they claim they're me in the comments, and they ask you to contact them via WhatsApp and send them your info or money. You guys, that's not me. If you want to get a hold of me directly, hop onto Instagram, shoot me a DM. And also, more content, more stuff I'm really excited about on the second channel that's going to be coming, Steve Ram Finance, to get you caught up on growing wealth and personal finance. But with that being said, you guys, let's dive into the latest and get you caught up what's happening right now, both domestically and foreignly, breaking news and stimulus. All right, so first up, let's get you caught up on the breaking news that's unfolding right now between Russia and Ukraine, and that is that just a little while ago today, it was reported that the talks for negotiations and peace, unfortunately, have fallen apart, and we heard those warnings of nuclear war if it goes to World War III from Russia last week. Take a look at this headline that just came out a little while ago today. Russia reveals harsh demands for ending the war as talks just begin. Ukraine calls evacuation routes unacceptable. These are the live updates. And what we're hearing is Russia is saying that they're going to back off and do all these things, and they do the complete opposite. They are still pushing forward with war. The article says that Russian and Ukrainian delegations began talks Monday in Belarus aimed at ending the nascent war that has brought ruin to the vast areas of Ukraine's largest cities. Two previous attempts to negotiate an end to the conflict, now in its 12th day, proved fruitless. The Pentagon estimates that nearly 100% of the Russian combat forces that President Vladimir Putin deployed to Ukraine's borders are now inside the country. All of them are inside Ukraine. Now, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov on Monday revealed Russia's harsh demands. Ukraine will halt its military activity, change its constitution to include neutrality so that way it can't join the EU or NATO, recognize Crimea as Russia's territory, and recognize independence for the separatist regions Donetsk and Luhansk. Now, Russia's military said that it would cease fire and open humanitarian corridors in several Ukrainian cities Monday, but continued to pound residential areas and battered cities of Kiev and these other ones. Ukraine Defense Secretary Oleksiy Denslov said that Russia has violated the agreements that were reached, blocked the openings of green corridors, does not allow humanitarian supplies, but at the same time tries to create a false picture of a joyful meeting of the occupiers by local residents. So you guys, it sounds like there is no end to the war. They're still pushing forward and talks have fallen apart. I will keep you up to date as more information unfolds with Russia and Ukraine. And as you guys know, this is affecting the entire world. And Russia is a huge supplier of oil, and we're seeing gas prices skyrocket, and we're hearing they're going to continue to do so. And we actually heard from Senator Joe Manchin, who said it's time to just cut off Russian oil supplies to the U.S. to show our support for Ukraine. This is going to be causing inflation of gas and oil prices as well. They're saying, prepare yourselves because this is going to continue to go up. Now, in addition to that, Senator Joe Manchin is also leading the charge on the revised Build Back Better bill. Take a look, you guys. Link in the description below to this article that came out. Building a Better America, which we're hearing is going to be the new name of this bill, faces familiar gridlock as Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema are going to be a part of this. They need every single Democratic senator on board to pass this through the process of reconciliation, which means a majority vote. And the way the Senate is structured right now, 50-50, they need every single one of them to agree. President Joe Biden has rebranded his domestic policy agenda, but Washington is the same. However, we are hearing reports that Joe Manchin, he is willing to negotiate and get on board, so we will see. Now, the article says that Senator Joe Manchin announced this week that he would be willing to vote for a partisan tax and spending bill, but he would literally rather walk into traffic than get into the details. Now, we're hearing, though, that details are being released on some of the things I shared with you in my last video. 3 requirements that he had to get this done. Now, in a low-key way, during the Senate State of the Union address on Tuesday, President Joe Biden rebranded his domestic agenda as Building a Better America, a slogan that appeared on signs when Biden spoke in Wisconsin the next day, making a law out of Biden's pledge to cut prescription drug prices, boost green energy, and reduce child care costs requires all Senate Democrats to agree. And that means making a deal with Joe Manchin, the West Virginia conservative who killed the original Build Back Better bill last year. If the Democrats want to do something through reconciliation, Manchin told the Huffington Post on Wednesday, referring to the special budget process of dodging the GOP filibuster, the first and foremost thing that they should do is fix the tax codes. Now, for Manchin, fixing the tax codes has long meant undoing the 2017 Republican tax cuts for high-income households and corporations. But here's the thing. Even though Joe Manchin is starting to play nice with Democrats, Kyrsten Sinema has refused to back higher tax rates of any kind, forcing Democrats to come up with an ad hoc surtax on millionaires and new minimum taxes on corporations instead. We have a little bit of a difference there probably on that, said Joe Manchin. So you guys, we're going to be seeing. We have not heard a whole lot from Kyrsten Sinema on this. Joe Manchin is taking the lead. He's pushing forward on the bill and giving you details as they've been emerging. But they're bringing up a good point here in this article, and that is, what about Kyrsten Sinema, who actually was censured by the state because of her disapproval of so many agenda items with the Democratic Party? Now, you guys, we will see. I will keep you up to date. Now, in addition to that, we're also hearing that there's calls to get child tax credits out to families. They're saying, listen, just pass something. We need Build Back Better. We need child tax credits. Heard a lot of people on here mention we need 4th stimulus checks. There's still $800 billion from previous stimulus packages that could be used for these provisions. And that is enough to provide 2 $1,400 stimulus checks, a 4th and a 5th. And now with rising gas prices, inflation, supply chain issues, the war in Russia and Ukraine, a lot of people are saying we're going to need some additional support to help us get through this. Now, we will see if they could reallocate existing funds. That would be good, not to add to the deficit. That is Senator Joe Manchin's main concern. We do not want to add more to the deficit and even cause more inflation. So we will see, you guys. I will keep you up to date here on the channel, but we're hearing they're working away on this right now on a federal level to provide some sort of relief, assistance to everybody in the entire nation. Now, while that's going on a federal level, we're also hearing that states, counties, and cities are beginning to pass their own stimulus packages and provide their local residents their own checks. And we got word of one that has been approved, passed in the House and the Senate, and is going to be going out. Congratulations to those in Oregon, as Oregon lawmakers approve a $600 stimulus payment for low-income workers. And we're seeing a lot of these pop up. This is coming from previous funds from the American Rescue Plan, that last stimulus package, and there's still money coming out. And I'll keep you up to date as we get word on more of these, but here's the latest, you guys. Take a look. Oregon lawmakers on Friday of last week, they approved a $600 one-time stimulus payment to low-income workers who were on the job in the early days of the pandemic. And a lot of these state and city county checks that are coming out, they have different eligibility requirements. Some are for families, some are for low-income earners. I'll keep you up to date on all of them as they are coming out. Take a look, you guys. The payments would go out to Oregonians who claimed the Earned Income Tax Credit, or the EITC, in 2020, a tax break for low-income working households. And as you know here on the channel, I've kept you up to date on the EITC. A lot of people call them the adult tax credits that you're getting just like those child tax credits, except you don't have to have kids. Now, the Oregon Department of Revenue said that about 245,000 Oregonians would be eligible, with payments limited to 1 per household. House Bill 4157 passed by wide margins in both chambers of the Oregon legislature, with a handful of Republicans joining majority Democrats in supporting the bill. It now goes on to Governor Kate Brown for signing. So congratulations, you guys. Bipartisan support in Oregon for a $600 state stimulus check. That is as much as the second federal level stimulus check. And hopefully we might be seeing more bipartisan support to help out those that are in need. And this is not additional spending. This is money that was already allocated from the last stimulus package, so won't be adding more to the debt. So you guys, that is the latest. And again, as always, thank you so much for joining me. As more information rolls out, I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. And with that being said, you guys, if you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second if you appreciate the content to smash that like button. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments. Share this out if you think it could help out other people. If this is your first time here and you like to stay up to date, totally free to come join the Ram fam. I'll keep you up to date on everything going on. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. You got any specific questions for me? Like I said, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And with that being said, you guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Hope this reaches you well. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.